Another terrific supplementary book to use along with Succeeding at the Piano, Book 1A, is Energize Your Fingers, Book 1. This particular series is a technique series, but it certainly can be used for reading. I've written this series with Timothy Brown. We've been having a great time with these books. So, at the very first unit, students just review with you basic techniques at the instrument. And then Unit 2 starts all of the music. The music always connects with the illustrations. The illustrations are really fun for children as well as teachers. We always start with something where the students feel their entire body in motion, which is very important, as we know, when students are learning how to play the piano. And then there's always a little practice tip for each one of these pieces. So for example, the first one, Up in the Morning and Ready to Go, says play with flexible wrists, but play without dents in your fingers. And you know me, the dents are when the first knuckle joints dent in the other way. So here's this very wonderful piece. The next piece for day 2 is Studying Studiously. Here the students are thinking about their arm weight and strong fingers. And at the top of the first note, I say drop into each key and then bounce lightly out of the key. The next piece for day 3 is called If I Could Walk on a Cloud. Here is an example of 2-note slurs. Drop, roll, drop, roll. So Energize Your Fingers every day has 5 days of reading, and then the lesson day says play your favorite piece of the week for your teacher, and then your teacher will ask you to play another one. So these are just absolutely marvelous books, just some of the most go-to books in my entire studio. So please enjoy these. They're very easy to use. Basic technical concepts are introduced and always reinforced. And students become young musicians who achieve a beautiful sound with strong fingers and flexible wrists, have fast and controlled fingers, play with free and easy motions, play evenly with excellent rhythm, and play confidently and musically. So now let's go back to the all-in-one approach to succeeding at the piano. Book 1A on page 40, half and whole rests. So here we have a wonderful page of theory, some nice illustrations. Of course, there are lyrics that students speak in rhythm so that they internalize the rhythm. One of them in the middle is lying in a hammock, napping. So they have an entire whole rest in the middle of that line. Very, very good. And then they have to draw the rest as well. So the next page, page 41, is Steady Like a Clock, and it also has Saying Goodbye on this page. The illustrations are just fantastic. Tap and count, Steady Like a Clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, playing glasses. Did you hear both of those notes sound at the end? I think for the very ending, we should drop into those keys. So I'm going to play the last line. That way the student has even more control over a quiet sound. Saying goodbye. There are two little bunny rabbits saying goodbye to each other. Oh my gosh, too cute. Tap the piece on your thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice that succeeding at the piano encourages students to not always start at the beginning of a piece and play through the piece. You'll notice that students are often asked to choose different parts, or at least work on the different parts that are written in the practice strategies, because they are a little bit more challenging. When they can get those challenging sections, then they can play the entire piece. So in this particular practice strategy for saying goodbye, it says practice the last 2 measures slowly, at least 5 times. So let's go ahead and do that. That was wonderful. So if you have something over here for your student to move over to the other side, oh, this will be a good practice drill. Oh my gosh, that was wonderful. Let's go ahead and move that over. Let's try it a 3rd time. Oh my goodness. So that was 3 times. So now they just have to do it 2 more times. Please do these practice strategies with your students at the lesson to set them up for 6 days of productive practicing at home. If they're not practicing with you in the lesson, then they're just not going to do this kind of practicing at home, and it will be a waste of time for them. So it's imperative that we teach our students how to practice in the lesson and be their co-pilots as they work through these practice strategies.